the time wasted by teens over screen. Without adult guidance, most teenagers would spend almost all of their waking hours behind a screen. Whether they're texting on their smartphones or they're watching videos on their laptops, their electronics use can easily get out of control. If your child says everyone is doing it, they may be correct. But that doesn't mean there aren't serious consequences. Let's look at strategies you can use to limit your teen's screen time, and how it can benefit your whole family. The new norm. The majority of screen hours are spent media multitasking, meaning teens are using more than one medium at a time, like watching TV and scrolling through social media simultaneously. 8 to 18-year-old children devote an average of 7 hours and 38 minutes to entertainment media each day. The total time is the equivalent of more than 53 hours per week, or 2,770 hours each year. The majority of these screen hours are spent media multitasking, meaning teens are using more than one medium at a time, like watching TV and scrolling through social media simultaneously. When the study accounted for the children's multitasking efforts, they found that teens are actually exposed to about 10 hours and 45 minutes worth of media content each day. Too much screen time has been linked to a variety of problems. Excessive electronic use raises the risk of obesity, interferes with social activities and family time, and takes a toll on a teen's mental health. Parental monitoring of a child's media use can have protective benefits on his academic, social, and physical outcome. Taking the time to strategize on how to set limits is very worth your time, and the resistance you will get as a parent. Knowing that parents can make a difference for their child by limiting screen use, what can you do? What strategies have helped other parents implement and enforce these rules? Every child is different, and one strategy may work better for one child than another. That said, we hope that at least a few of these 10 techniques will help you set healthy limits for your own child. One of the ways in which screen time has changed dramatically in recent years is that it's often felt to be more of a right than a privilege. If you grew up watching the 4 channels available, you may have felt fortunate to watch a cartoon on Saturday morning. The combination of having just about anything available on a screen 24/7 places more pressure on parents to say when a child can and cannot have screen time. Make it clear that screen time is a privilege that needs to be earned. At first, this may be difficult. But the lessons from learning to delay the gratification of screen time and control her impulses will stay with your child for a long time. Also, make it clear that the privilege of screen time can be taken away at any time. Teach your teen to do homework and chores first, before he turns on the TV or plays on the computer. Telling your teen to shut off his electronics while you're sitting in front of the TV isn't likely to be effective. Teens will learn more from what you do than what you say. Let your child see you make the choice between looking something up on Google or checking the score of a game. Show her how you have learned treat media as a privilege. Most teens think they're pretty good at multitasking. They try to text message while doing their homework or use social media while talking on the phone. If your child has a phone, you're probably all too familiar with their justifications for doing so. Discourage your teen from doing 2 things at once and discuss how multitasking actually interferes with productivity. Most teens, especially younger teens, aren't mature enough to handle free rein with their electronics. Establish rules that will keep your teen safe and help your teen make good choices with video games, cell phones, TVs, and computers. Examples of good rules include having a set time when screens need to be turned off at night and removing screens from bedrooms. Encourage your teen to get some exercise. Going for a walk, playing a game of catch, or even doing some yard work can ensure your teen will get the physical activity she needs. Think of activities you can enjoy as a family so it seems less like exercising. Have frequent conversations about various aspects of media. Discuss how advertisements often try to convince young people that certain products will make them more attractive or more popular. Discuss the dangers of too much violence exposure, and help them learn how to be an informed viewer. Shut off your TV during mealtimes and don't allow text messaging or web surfing while you're eating. Instead, use the opportunity to talk about your day. You may be hearing more and more about how family dinners can make kids' lives better. Don't let screens cheat your family out of this priceless time. Every once in a while it can be helpful to have a screen-free day. You might even consider a longer digital detox, like a week-long vacation from electronics twice a year. It's a great way to ensure that everyone still has plenty of activities that don't involve electronics. Involve everyone in activities that don't involve electronics. Whether you play a board game or go for a family hike, make it clear that during your time together there won't be any electronic use. Schedule a family meeting to discuss screen time use. Allow your teen to give input about the screen time rules. Address problems and problem solving together. Make it clear that you want everyone in the family to develop a healthy relationship with electronics.